We're going to go to the biggest name when it comes to phones, AT&T. AT&T has brought us our 4-handset cordless phone system. And this has something so special because this has something called a smart call block. It is amazing to not have to get any of those awful calls anymore. No more, especially right now during the election season and everything else. It's just constant. It's nonstop. You will not even have to hear the phone ring. It's a very clever system. But let's talk about a clever system, because what you're looking at is going to be 4 handsets, okay? You're getting your answering phone, and everything is nice and big. You can actually see what's happening. It will have an announcement in terms of having caller ID, so you'll know exactly who's calling. Look how pretty this is. Gorgeous system, right? And then you're gonna get an additional 3 phones that you can use throughout your entire house. All of this, $99.99. We haven't offered an AT&T cordless phone system for a year. It's the only time we plan to feature this as a Today Special for the entire year. So we decided to blow it out and do some really pretty colors. So the color you're looking at right here is your silver. It's the silver and black. It's your classic. It's the most popular so far today, but I'm gonna encourage you to step out and get something kind of fun, because look at the champagne. We have champagne color, a champagne base. All the phones will be highlighted in the champagne. And then look at the rose gold. Isn't that gorgeous? Most limited in the rose gold. 3 flex payments, $33.33. We have free shipping and handling. We have Bill Duggan, not via phone, but certainly via Skype, joining us. And Bill, a year it's taken for us to have a Today Special from AT&T. Why so long?
Right. Well, it's worth the wait, I gotta tell you, because this system is a beautiful system for no matter how we live our lives. Some people are like, do we still have landlines? Yes, we still have landlines.
Yes, we do.
There's a need during an emergency. But even all those cell phone households will benefit because this connects to your cell as well. However, the biggest difference right now in 2020 with election season and all those unwarranted robocalls, this system from AT&T, and only AT&T offers this, it has a progressive smart call blocking. What do I mean by progressive? It will pre-screen a call. So if it knows it's a robocall, it will never
And as you can see, Bill just froze a little bit on Skype, but we are gonna warm him back up and get him back on with us in just a second. Again, this is the first time we have featured this as a Today Special in an entire year. Only time for the rest of the year that you're gonna see this as a Today Special. So you're looking at the very best value. Yes, we are using landlines. Why? Because just the clarity is better. The clarity is better, the security is better, it's easier to hold. I love this particular design because, you know, a lot of phones are small now. This has that perfect combination where you have how you can hear it and how you can speak to it, so that you can really understand what people are saying, because a lot of our cell phones aren't that big, so it's kind of a little bit difficult to hear them sometimes. This also has a speakerphone on it, everything that you need. 3 flex payments, $33.33. Let's go back to Bill because he has warmed up and is back on Skype. Hi.
I just needed some coffee. And the thing is, what you also pointed out is you can see it. You can see the nice large LED screen. You can see the buttons day or night because they're backlit and illuminated. Because maybe you haven't upgraded your set of phones in a while and the screen has faded, the buttons have fallen off, or it's just a little crusty with makeup and sauce from the kitchen. But remember, the biggest upgrade is that smart call blocking. I'm gonna call you, Alice. I'm gonna pretend to be that solicitor, and I want you to vote for me. So I'm gonna call your house, and the thing is, it's ringing.
Hello, calls to this number.
It's not ringing on your end. Your house is quiet.
Please say your name after the tone.
It's telling me I have to identify myself. A robot can't identify themselves. So that robocall, those billions of calls that are sent out a month, not just within a year, billions of calls are not gonna get through. Not gonna take advantage of your elderly parent, not to take advantage of you and your time. So this is a huge upgrade for a quieter house.
Yeah, and not only that, but I think a lot of times, because I bought a system very similar to this. I bought the AT&T system for my parents because my dad would pick up the phone. You know, you hear the phone ring, the tendency, you're conditioned. You want to pick it up. You want to say hi. You want to be nice, right? And then there's somebody over there that is very, very, very good at selling you something, at getting you to do something. And that's why eliminate that. You do not want that interaction at all, especially when it comes to parents that might be a little bit older. Why even deal with it? Because Bill, as soon as they get you on the phone, they're gonna start doing what they do, and their whole mission is to get you to buy something, to do something, to say something.
Yep.
And why not just completely avoid that? Take it off the table, because that's what this system does.
Well, that's just it. Their biggest ring of success is when they get you on the phone and it's like, hello, hello. They realize that is a live working number. Someone's in the house. And guess what? We are all in the house right now. We are sitting ducks, not just during election season, but because we are staying at home. So you might want to upgrade. So realize AT&T is the only one with that smart call blocking feature. The base station, digital answering machine, and if a call does get through that you want to block, I don't just run back to the base station to block it. I can block it on each one of my handsets. So that's what's cool about it. The other thing I appreciate, because the calls that do get through, like I'm going to give you a quick ring over here, are the calls you want, are the calls that are in your phone directory, are the calls you want to hear. So I'm giving you a holler because I miss you, I haven't seen you in a while, and I want to hear about how things are going. You know that ring in your house, it's someone you want to talk to. So that's where you get up off the couch. Oh, I hung up. I'm sorry.
Oh, fine. Thanks for that. Just hurt my ego.
But the thing is, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to call you back because I didn't get you on the landline. So what do a lot of us do? We're like, okay, I couldn't get mom, couldn't get my sister. I'm going to call Alice on her cell phone because I missed her. She must not be at home. So guess what this system can do? I'm ringing the cell phone, but it's going to not only ring the cell phone, it's now ringing throughout the house. So convenient, because guess what? Maybe the cell phone's in your purse. Maybe it's downstairs. That's where you can easily hit speakerphone, pick it up.
Hello now.
Oh, hello, gorgeous. You sound lovely. And the thing is, we were just able to connect in a variety of ways, but we also are connecting with new high definition audio.
My
so
turn,
yes,
Bill.
we don't want the one more to call. What? Doesn't it feel good? But the thing is, we do want to be heard.
The thing is that this is linked to cell. So your cell phone is going to ring on your regular home phone as well?
Oh, yes, it will ring on your regular phone. Android or Apple, you can link two cell phones. So say your daughter has an Apple, you have an Android, doesn't matter. So you can link two cell phones. Actually, you'll appreciate this one. You're on your cell phone on a handset. Your daughter's on her handset. You have someone who maybe is working out of the office or helping you out. They could be having a conversation on the landline on 3 different phones. So you have actually now 3 lines in your house. So if you are working from home, if you want to be heard, that's what we're also getting to the point where it has high definition audio. And it's this simple and integrated. You connect your phone to the base station or his phone. As long as it's within range of the base station, it connects to cell. You don't have to do it every night, every day. You can pick up those cell phone calls from the desk because you're not on your cell phone. You get that high definition audio, which is great. And then what you're also going to appreciate at the end of the day is you have that family time. You're not going to be interrupted. You're not going to be on that Skype call getting a solicitation in the middle of a live television show. You even can speak back to your voice assistant on your cell phone. Wow. How often do we ask Siri a measurement, a temperature? What's the phone number for the pizza place? It's all right there. And it announces the calls. So you're, outside, you're playing, you're in the kitchen. Oh, it's Alice. I'm going to pick it up. Oh, it's Alice. I'm going to let it go to voicemail. We all have those moments, but never you, Alice, I swear. But you also have better range, which is great. And you're going to see why this is a customer pick. And remember, that number one feature is that smart call blocking aspect.
Yes.
I want everyone to realize AT&T's even made that easy to set up. You don't even have to read the manual.
Hello. This voice guide will assist you with the basic setup of your...
A voice guide. It walks you through the process of setting up smart call blocking, of setting up your voicemail. That's where AT&T has set you up for success because it's so user-friendly. Because a lot of times, like, I don't know how to use all that. I'm not going to use all that. You will use smart call blocking because that is really the number one feature. Because remember, I'm going to be that solicitor. I'm going to call the house again because I'm going to try one more time before I take you off my never call list. And you're going to notice what it does. It pre-screens it. If no one's on the other end of the phone, it will not ring through. If it does happen to ring through, you have 1,000 numbers you can call block. We've offered other phones, 20, 50, maybe 100. That's where AT&T is setting ourselves up for success. And that's where you just get it home. I gave this set to my mother because we inherited grandma's old phone line, which has been around in the family forever. So we stopped answering it because we knew if someone was calling the landline, it was a solicitor. But now, when it does ring through, we know it's someone we want to hear from or need to hear from. I also send it to her because, you know, she often would leave her cell phone in her bedroom, but she'd be in the kitchen. Now, if I called the cell phone, I could reach her. I also set this out to my, we have fans calling. I love it. I also sent this out to my sister because she has a dead zone in her kitchen for cell service. So nothing's worse. She's in the kitchen and she'd be cutting in and out of her cell phone. So now when she brings her cell phone near the base station, she has better range throughout her entire house because she has cell reception upstairs. Deal. She has cell reception in the kitchen. It's huge for a variety of users. And to be honest, this house right now, I don't have a landline. I'm just a cellular home. But when my cell phone rings, it rings in the bedroom, rings in the living room, it rings downstairs or out in the garage, wherever I put my handsets.
That's amazing. I mean, this is a great system, and it's a great system for so many different reasons. We sell some that only will link to your cell phone. We sell some that only do call blocking. We sell some that do this and that. This does everything, everything. For $99.99, you are gonna love everything about this system. You need a landline. You need regular phones, those cell phones. You know, they're difficult. They're difficult to talk on. They're difficult to hold. You're gonna have this with your microphone down here and your speaker up here, which means that it actually will be able, you'll be able to hear and speak clearly because of that. You also, and I use almost exclusively now a speakerphone. So you can just set it there and then you're gonna be able to use it as a speakerphone as well. Nice big keys on this, a great big display. All of this, the quality that AT&T gives you, okay? And you can even use your voice assistant with it as well to ask it some questions. So the silver is selling the fastest right now. If you want that silver, you need to be ordering that. But we have what I like to call the couture colors as well, because we have it in a champagne. I've never seen phones that really have a really beautiful home decor look, an upgraded look before, except right here at HSN. We do these, like I said, I've never seen them in colors out in the store, but there I think you can really see just the size of the numbers, everything simple and easy, and look at how big that display is as well. So this is the champagne, and look at the rose gold. Rose gold is our most limited at this point. Don't forget, you will get your answer phone, and then you're gonna get 4 of your handsets. 3 of them, all you do is just plug them in. But being able now to link to your cell phone, to be able to smart call block, not have to listen to it ring and then it's just sitting there, okay, for you to decide what to do with. Instead of that, now you're gonna have, it won't even ring. It won't even ring unless somebody confirms that there's a real person on the other end of that line, because you do not need to get on the phone with somebody and have them start with their pitch and everything else. And you know, they've designed it so they don't take a breath, right? So they just keep right on going. And you're there for 5 minutes just because you don't want to be rude. We don't want to be rude. We don't want to just hang up. It won't even ring unless there's somebody else on the other line. This is a great system. It's been very popular already today. You can see we're just about to surpass 3,000 sold on the day. A year, Bill, a year since you brought us an AT&T phone system, but this one is the best of the best of the best, the top of the line. Start with AT&T, then you have that smart call block. You have such great features on this, and then you have the link to cell. And you know, I think a lot of people really don't understand how much they are going to love using that, because instead of having to look for one phone, which like you said is usually somewhere where you can't find it, instead of that, you have 4 phones that you can now answer, and that's always gonna be so convenient for you. That's what's so nice about it.
Right, because sometimes your cell phone is charging downstairs, so you're stuck up against the wall because you want to have that conversation, but it's charging, or you can be chatting on one of these handsets. You will appreciate the diversity of this, but the biggest thing is, 'tis the season. which it's every day, those unwanted, warranted calls. Billions of calls are sent out a month trying to get us to pick up the phone. And I do love how you pointed out, like, they just keep talking and talking. Because, right, they're trying to scare us. Do you know, in 2013, 10,000 people were victims of a scam call where someone pretended to be the IRS. You don't want that. You don't want to fall victim to that. You also don't want to stop your day to pick up the handset when you don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to call you again. I'm going to pretend to be that solicitor. I'm going to try to get through. And the thing is, oh, I called the wrong phone. That's why I went through. And the thing is, that's what so many phone numbers, but that's just it. Normally what would happen is it would tell me this is being screened. You have to identify yourself. And that's key. A robot cannot identify themselves. If it's Bill who calls you only, on St. Patrick's Day, because that's a national holiday, or the CPA, I can say it's Bill. And then it will ring through. It will ring through and announce that it's Bill. So you're like, oh, I haven't heard from him. I want to pick up that telephone call. Because that's really where it's that pre-call blocking. It's that assistant in the front of the office. Oh, Miss Caron's too busy right now. Oh, but I really need to talk to her. Okay, now I'll put you through. So you're preventing those unwanted calls. You're making it easier on yourself. And yes, you can link up to 2 cell phones. I do appreciate this because, we can use it in a variety of different ways. You also notice the base station. Digital answering machine built in. A lot of us, if we get an answering machine message, we have to go to the base station to grab it. I can pick up those voicemails on any one of my handsets. I can block from any one of my handsets. All those buttons at the base station are on each handset. So that means it's on your nightstand, it's in your office, it's everywhere. Another cool thing is on the side of the phone, you have these buttons. Push to talk, intercom. So if you want to make this your intercom throughout the house, you can do that. And even a voice button. What's that voice button? It's going to connect me to my cell phone. And so I can easily just go to my cell phone and be like, text message Christopher Knight. We're tight. What do you want to say? Have a great launch on HSN. I'm sending it.
Message to Christopher Knight says, have a great lunch on HSN.
I'm text messaging. Yes, please. I'm text messaging from my landline because maybe my phone is downstairs. Maybe, I'm working away. And I'm like, oh, I forgot to text them back about soccer practice. You can be connected. You can get your phone numbers from there. You can go to your voice assistant and, because, Alice, I'm sorry, I do not have your phone number in my landline, but it's in my cell phone. You gave it to me outside the schoolyard or at the restaurant. So I can talk to that voice assistant like we do all the time. Connecting is not a daily occurrence. It does it automatically.
And
so
all
remember,
the phone numbers
the
phone numbers that are in your cell phone also will now be on your home phone, right?
You can populate it in that regard if that's how you want to set it up. I did not because I have thousands of numbers already from years of using my cell phone. I have my everyday numbers in my landline. And as say you called me on my landline, I would add you. But so that's where I always go back to my voice assistant. But that's where it just crosses both worlds. Again, I was talking to Kelly Diedring last night. We were both in the 12 a.m. hour. And she's like, I didn't know people still had landlines. Yes, we do. And actually, one of the biggest reasons why we do have landlines is because in storm season, hurricane season, fire season, guess what go down? The phone lines, or more importantly, the cell phone towers. So this system actually has a very unique battery backup. So that means if we do lose power in the house, doesn't mean we can't call and connect. The cell phone towers go down means we can still talk. Because actually what they've done is the batteries in each one of these handsets reverse the charge, so it starts to keep things powered. We don't have all the full features like smart call blocking and all that, but we can still talk to one another. We can still check in with one another. I don't know how much time we have left, but Alice, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. I don't know if you can do that, but you'll see a blue cord at your base station. Do you mind unplugging it? We're going to disconnect the power because this is I want everyone to see how user friendly this is going to be even when we don't have power at the house, because that's what they say in emergency preparedness. You should have your landline because that's going to be your go-to.
There.
Perfect. How to by Alice Caron. I love it. So we don't have power. I'm going to try to call you because I want to make sure you're okay because I know that storm came through or there was an earthquake or whatever. So going to connect, call through. Oh, one thing, you might have to put the handset back in the base station because that's actually powering it up. So it should ring through, but now it actually might be re-engaging. And then what you're going to notice is that it's going to allow us to be connected. So I'm going to call you here. There we go.
Look.
Incoming call. Thing is,
I mean,
that is peace of mind.
It is peace of mind, and we are in storm season. We're in hurricane season down here in Florida, but it's everywhere, okay? You're not gonna have to worry about that because you're gonna have power to your phone, which is so awesome.
Right.
You're gonna be able to have your cell phone ring on all of your phones, so you don't have to go running for it or anything else. You are gonna have 4 phones that you can use absolutely anywhere. You're gonna have these great handsets as well. You will love being able to hear and speak so clearly because of the length of the phone. This is what, you know, you don't get with your cell phone, is the ability to really be heard a lot of times. All of this and less than $100. 3 flex payments, free shipping and handling, 1 entire year since we have featured this, okay? 1 entire year since this has been a Today's Special. We are not doing it again as a Today's Special for the rest of the year. You're looking at the very best value that you're gonna find for the next 365 days. So grab it while we have it. We have the black and silver, order it as silver. Right down here in the front, I have the champagne, of course, a little personal favorite right there, as you well know, Bill. I do love some champagne. And then we also have it in the rose gold selling very quickly as well. It's a customer pick, it's AT&T quality, it's something that you're gonna use. You have basically a phone for every room that you need. And then having the ability to add your cell phone and to be able to use the phone separately, I think that's what's so incredible. My daughter can be talking on one phone, I can be talking on the other. That's what's so great about it, and never, ever having to have another one of those robocalls. They do talk you into, they're very good at what they do, and it's a terrible thing. And you know what, if somebody calls you and says they're from the IRS, I tend to believe them, and they are not from the IRS. Just know that. The IRS will never call you on the phone. I've heard that. They actually post that on their website. And Bill, are you still there?
Hello, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Your phones are going to work a lot better than our Skype feed.
Well, that's just it too, because we are reliant on the internet sometimes, but what was old is new again. They've updated it. It's really, you're going to see why it's a customer pick the moment you plug it in.
All right, listen, stay in the ordering process for this. Thank you, Bill. We will see you in a couple of hours back with another presentation. Yes. We have lots more on Welcome Home, though. We do have Christopher Knight joining us. I can't believe you have his number, Bill. I'm so jealous.